fighting out of the blue corner. Please welcome to the Trigon, J.D. Burns.
He is the Berzerker, J.D. Burns, third-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Paulie, the same night I got to meet you was the same night I got to meet J.D. Burns. I was here in south of here. I was in Miami at a show as a guest, and I saw this dude with tattoos and purple hair come in. I'm like, wow, he's a super cool dude, and he loves to fight, and that is who he is. He defines BYB.
It's like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yes.
You don't know what to make of him. Seems so kind. You're like, how's this guy ever going to be a fighter? And then he gets in there and he just becomes a different person, almost like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. And even inside the Trigon, you don't know what you're going to get, because we've seen him have nights where he's getting up off the canvas and coming back and stopping guys. And then recently we just saw him get taken out with a matter of a few seconds. So you really, it's hit or miss with J.D. Burns, but man, he's must-see TV because you just don't know what you're going to get.
He said his mental state of mind tonight is outstanding. J.D., the Berzerker Burns.
And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, please welcome to the Trigon, Arzeno.
Born in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, now fighting out of Miami, the Rebel, Arzeno. He's always said his heart is his strength. It was interesting in the fighter meetings, Paulie. He said lately he's been training mostly MMA, but that's because of the cardio aspect and the wrestling and the grappling and carrying another person's weight on you during battle.
Oh yeah, listen, you can never go wrong when you work on your cardio. In combat sports in general, cardio is going to be the backbone of anything. No matter what technique you use, no matter what your strengths and weaknesses are, if you get tired, you can't use any of it, and it all goes out the window. So nothing wrong with basing your training on your cardio. As far as the MMA is concerned, well, we'll see how Strikin's doing.
Fatigue makes cowards out of all of us. Isn't that the old saying?
I used to have a T-shirt that said that.
I hope you weren't tired when you wore it.
I hope not. No, you wasn't.
Alan the Rebel Arzeno, coming off a Fight of the Night performance back at BYB 11 in August of last year when he finished Paul Hills.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bare knuckle super middleweight contest is scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds and is brought to you by Pick Cherries. Our referee in charge when the bell rings, Mr. Bobby Wambacher. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 164 pounds. He comes to us with a bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus 2 defeats, and he fights out of Lakewood, Washington. Introducing J.D. the Berzerker Burns. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at 165 pounds. He holds a bare knuckle record of 2 victories versus 2 defeats, and he fights out of Miami, Florida, by way of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Here is Alan the Rebel Arzeno.
Fifth career fight in the Trigon for J.D. Burns. Third career fight in the Trigon for Alan Arzeno. Bobby Wambacher, our referee. Fight scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
J.D., you ready? Fight!
Here we go! The Berzerker comes out swinging quickly. Opening in the southpaw stance. his shoes. They're the black shoes, so he's going with the black with red trim. He told us that in fighter meetings, I'll know my short colors when the shoes come in. I got to match.
All right, we got him now.
Stop, guys, stop!
Continue over there.
Break!
Bulldozer
Fight!
like shoulder.
Sure did. I think that's that MMA training we were talking about.
Right.
Now JD goes orthodox. Both men have MMA backgrounds. Both men very comfortable in the clinch.
That space in the old JD got him a little bit. I'm going to try pulling him for a second. Marco letting them work because they're both trying to create openings. I find it breaks them.
Fight!
JD Burns back in March at BYB 9. Defeated by the GOAT, Jose Fernandez, in the first ever BYB super middleweight title fight. The GOAT is here in attendance tonight. He said his shoulder's getting better. He will be back soon. We cannot wait. Burns defeated in London.
Stop!
Wants to get back to his winning ways at the expense of Arzeno. Midway point around 1.
Southpaw here, left-hand shot by Burns on the way in.
And JD's switched it up a little bit, which he likes to do. Arzeno is the natural southpaw, Paul. Heavy body shots.
5, 6, 7, 8. You good? Walk me over here. All right. Fight.
Right eye, but he was dropped by a right hook, which is on the left side of his face.
It's right on the break, and Arzeno earns the knockdown here in round number 1.
Stop, guys, stop!
Burns taking a look
Break.
up at the clock.
Fight.
20 seconds. First of a scheduled 5 3-minute rounds.
Same exact thing. Same exact
4,
thing. Leaning in. Burns
5,
has to be careful leaning in when
6,
he's going in.
7,
With check,
8.
right
You good?
hooks both
Walk
times
me over here. Fight!
on the knockdowns. Identical knockdowns. And he gets cooked. Just took another one on the way in.
Stop! Stop!
Big round 1 for Arzeno.
We're gonna have a look at that first knockdown here on the clinch. You see a little bit of space comes in, and then look, Burns comes in with his head down. And that's the problem a lot of times. Comes in with his head down, looks to lunging, and then Arzeno just tags him with a right hook. I mean, you're giving your head on a platter there when you come in with your head like that. It's an easy way for a guy to sit on a hook and just throw it. You don't even have to really see the guy coming in. You just got to throw your hook. When he's leaning in like that, it's gonna land if his head is coming in first. You never want to come in with your head in front of your knee. That's how I was always taught when you're closing the gap. When you put your head in front of your lead knee, your head is too far in front. It's almost like your head's out the window and is there to get clipped. And that's exactly what Arzeno did.
Twice.
Exactly.
Arzeno fighting here at Miramar, 20 minutes from his home in downtown Miami. He said, hey, I'm in the opener for a reason. JD and I are going to start this show in style to rebel with a good round number 1. Let's see how Burns looks to adjust here in round 2.
One way you can kind of adjust that is to drop some feints so that Arzeno starts to react with that hook on a feint, and this way then you kind of fly in after he's already reacted. If you don't give him something to think about, he's going to react on your head coming in, and he's going to hit you with those hooks. Especially if you're lunging in the way Burns has been doing in round 1.
So instead of lunging in, if you will, waist up like JD is, you want to see him utilize his footwork to close the distance, right?
Yeah, feint right from there. You know, it'll get a reaction out of Arzeno, and then once he's reacted, you know, you'll be able to pounce a little bit. You know, if you get him to bite on a feint or something. Because you can tell Arzeno's just looking to throw that hook now. You know, as soon as JD's in that medium range, You can see Arzeno looking to throw that hook. He's kind of half throwing it a couple times, thinking JD was going to
stop, guys, stop.
Again, the same
Separate.
way. So he's
Turn around, Alan.
He's going to bite on a
Fight.
fight if you start using it.
Fighting family. JD Burns, his father Rocky, his main coach, his main supporter, youngest son, Rockland. Rocky now has turned 7, or pardon me, 6. He said he will be a black belt one day.
Arzeno being very tactically responsible in this fight, and that's kind of been the difference in the fight so far, even in this round.
And that's what we touched upon in the open, Paul, is people think it's a small combat surface and you have no gloves on, so it's just going to be glorified tough man. That is far from the truth.
Yeah. Arzeno's been winning this fight with his intelligence thus far.
Let's work, gentlemen.
There is room to utilize those
Stop.
feints, the footwork, lead with the jab,
Separate.
all the things
Fight.
The traps.
that Paulie has talked about for years and that you did for years inside the ring.
Yeah.
Round 1 very easy to score with 2 knockdowns from Arzeno. Nobody has taken control
Stop, guys.
of this round yet. 30 seconds
Come
on the
across.
clock here in the second.
Fight.
First fight of the night. Oh, good shot there. You could hear it.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
Exactly what Burns needs, maybe turn his momentum around a little bit. Good shot. Here's the second round about to close. See, we talk about Arzeno being responsible in this fight, but he starts to lay back a little too much, and he takes that right hook from Burns. See it again, he's kind of a little bit too lax here, and there's that right hook by Burns. You want to be responsible, you don't want to overdo it, but you also want to make sure you maintain control of the fight, because a guy like JD Burns will get right up on you.
Not a lot said either way. Burns on Arzeno or Arzeno on Burns. Both men agree if you have what it takes mentally to get into this smallest surface in combat sports to try on
Fight.
in battle bare knuckle, you have my respect. Round number 3. And let's see if after that punch landed at the end of the round for JD Burns, if the momentum starts to change, because in and out of the Trigon, 2022 ended up being a very difficult year for JD Burns. He wants to put it all in the rearview mirror in his first fight here in 2023.
He's doing his best to make this sort of a tough man fight, but
Watch your back of the head.
being, again, responsible, trying to, give him distance changes, be a little bit more tactical. See Burns trying to force his way. At times he gets in there. That's a big shot.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Right in front of us.
7, 8, 9. Walk to me. You good? It's over.
It is over.
It's over.
JD Burns with the victory.
I'll tell you what, not like Arzeno to react like that. Something might be broken, something might, I don't know, something in there. And he seems like a little better now. What a shot. What a shot by JD Burns. And that's a typical JD Burns win.
Yes.
He reminds me, he's like a bare knuckle Toro Gotti. Even if he's gonna win, it's not gonna be easy. I think he's gotten up off the canvas every single time I've seen him win.
Yeah, because the one time he didn't even have a chance to get off the canvas because he went through the ropes.
Yeah, well, that's when he lost.
Yeah.
But here's a replay. Oh, there it is right there. That's a big shot right there. Combination. This is why they teach you even in boxing, punches and bunches. And this is why, because he might not land the first one, second one might not land great, but the third one, see what happens. The first 2 punches put Arzeno in a position to be in a bad position to take a third shot, and that's where Burns set up the shot. You know, in reality, he wasn't really setting up. He was throwing a combination, but the first 2 punches ended up putting him in a position where he was liable to take that third big shot.
Big win for J.D. Burns, coming off back-to-back setbacks, earning his 3rd victory inside the Trigon.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Wambacher calls a stop to this contest at 53 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring your winner by TKO, JD, the Berzerker